Hey everybody, it's Saturday, December 21st. Just want to take a look at the last couple of weeks of the Perfect Storm Vedic Rainbow timing windows trading system. After the Perfect Storm material came out, there's a lot of material in there and a lot of different analysis tools. And some people just were looking for a simple strategy that they could use. So one of our best indicators is the Vedic Rainbow with the green and white timing windows, which I've done numerous videos on showing how well those work. Anyhow, the trading system is very simple. It can be set up in a dome pretty much on most platforms. We've got a running track record going on the Cosmoeconomics site. There's 3 months from 2023, and as we complete this year, I'm going to put the results up for 2024. I'll also post that information on the channel and make a video on that, so you'll be able to see this with all the charts over the full 12-month period for 2024. But what we're doing, we're highlighting the overnight trading range because what we're looking for are new highs and new lows. So we mark out the overnight trading range. It's usually lower volatility. And then we look to take new highs or lows to form above or below that trading range in the white or green windows. And we're concentrating on the B1, B2, B3. The ideal scenario is when you have a B1 with a B2 alignment or a B1 with a B3 alignment, and sometimes you'll get all three. We use the A1 or A6 white and green windows as confirmation. I should say the A1 through A6. The prime setups are when we get a new intraday high or low outside the overnight range, or a new intraday high or low. If we've already broken the range and made a new high, we'll make a prime setup, a higher high inside one of the timing windows. The other setups, if we get a window and we get a high or low forming inside a timing window, which is inside the daily range of price action, then we'll call that a scalp setup. So I'm only logging the prime setups. And you're going to find, you're going to get trades about 7 out of every 10 trading days, and you're going to usually get 1 to 4 trades a day. So in the track record, just for documentation, we're using a 3-unit trade size, and I'm just using a single contract per unit, and that's what all the calculations for results are based on. And then what we're looking to do is enter on reversal bar or break of the high-low bar range. And then it's very simple. We use 3 simple profit targets of 5, 10, and 15 points. Now, this is not the ideal scenario because some may want to stay in longer. We're just doing this to make a simple strategy that anyone can do. And what we do then is move the stop to break even after the second target is hit, which I'm calling target T2, and the initial stop is 5 points. So an ideal trade setup is going to net 30 points if target T1, T2, T3 are hit. If T1 is hit and we don't go any further, we could make 5, and then we're going to have minus 10 on the other two. If we hit first 2 targets, we get 5 and 10, and then a break even on the third unit. If we hit all 3, we've got 5, 10, 15 profit, or 30. If we get stopped out, it's going to be a minus 15 point trade. So we've got a net result, best case, worst case scenario of 2 to 1. And overall, our profit to loss is very good. You'll see when I post all the stats. I'll post the Excel in the description and also show it in a video. Anyhow, I'm just going to take a look at the last 2 weeks showing these trade setups and how our results were. This is going to be from December 9th to the 20th. Generally what I do, I mark the chart with the Ninja X and Y highlight tool, which is the tan boxes that you see here. So I marked out the overnight range. We broke the range here and had an early morning new high setup. There's a spike high right here behind the blue line that you can't see, and the setup was on this close of the red bar there, and that one went for a full 5, 10, 15. And then in the next couple windows that are marked here, we were inside the prior trading range, so we did not have a prime setup in there. There were a couple of scalp opportunities. And then we had one more setup at 11 a.m. in this smaller green window, which had the support of the A1, A2, and A4. And we had made a sharp corrective move down and made a low in that window. And my arrow floated, and I didn't notice it when I took the screenshot. The arrow should have been on the green bar here. The green bar was the setup right there, and that went for 5 and 10. So we got T1 and T2. Then the market reversed and stopped us out. So what we'll do, if we're in a trade as we come into the close, we will just take it off 5 to 8 minutes before the close at 4 p.m., before the close of the NYSE, and we'll take the trade off for whatever profit is intact at the time. So we had the two trades here on December 9th. You can see the date at the top here. This was from 12/9. So I'll quickly walk through the 7 days we had trades out of the 10 trading days in that 2-week period. So on the 10th, we've got 3 possibilities here. The overnight range was very narrow. We barely broke out and had a long opportunity early. We took some heat but did not get stopped here. We did get 5 and then 10. We hit T2, and then we had another new setup inside this window, B1 over B2, green over green, with the trigger coming here on the A1, A3 green and white overlap, where we made our reversal up here. That one didn't go very far. That was T1 was hit. Then we got 2 break evens because we got stopped and reversed on the next setup at this timing window. We got some heat initially, and at the end of the window, we got a pivot. You'll see this is a very common occurrence at beginning and endings of windows, but that one went for a 5, 10, and 15 for a full trade. So we had 3 trades, 5, 10, and 9. Our last unit was taken off at the stop and reverse signal, where we had the setup for the short in this window. On the 11th, we had 2 setups. We had a new high form at the end of this window. We got the trigger bar right on the end of the window. That one we got stopped out on. We had a second opportunity because we made a higher high in this window here with the support on A1, A2. That one we went T1, hit 5, and then at the exit on close near the end of the session, we pulled 6.5 and 6.5 points on unit 2 and 3. Then on the 13th, we had single opportunity here, which went for a full T1, T2, T3 target hit. We broke the range. We traded down. We retraced back up. Got another opportunity. This one would have been considered a scalp, where we get a reversal here at the end of this green window, and then we had the big sell-off after that. So we easily hit the 5, 10, 15. This is not, once again, this is just a very simple method to use for tracking and showing the profit loss ability of this method using these windows, but you could do better than the 5, 10, 15 with a more sophisticated exit strategy. This is just the KISS strategy. Moving into week 2 on the 17th, we had 3 opportunities. We also had a PH trigger at 10:19, which confirmed this end of this window here. So here we had a long setup initially because we took out this low. We had a lower low here. We got a long right here. That one for T1 hit for 5. Then we got stopped out on the other two for -10. We got a new setup at the end of that window confirmed by the PH at 10.19. That one full 5.10.15. Had a short setup then in this window, the green window here with confirmation on a 3. We got a short opportunity there. We took a little bit of heat, did not get stopped, had this long sideways, and then it finally broke down and we hit full target. That is on 12/17. On the 18th, we had two opportunities. We had the short opportunity here at the end of this window. Took a little bit of heat, and then we got the sharp, fast sell-off. Hit full T1, 2, 3 targets there. Got a retracement back up, challenged this high, made a slight new high. You can see the spike on the wick there. That one went 5.10 break even. We caught the 10 on the initial. It came back and caught us out here at our entry point, and we missed the big move down. Had a scalp opportunity here in this window. B1 white over B2 green, and that was right before the real sharp sell-off that day. And our last chart in the period, this particular day, we had high volatility. After the big sell-off, we had the rally back on Thursday. We had 4 trade opportunities here. The first one was in this window here. We had 5.10 and break even. We hit the 10 target down here and then got caught on the rally back. We got another setup here inside this bright green B2 window where we had the A1 over A3 and A4. We made this big strong push to the high and got a sharp reversal bar, putting us in for an easy 3 target hit there. Then we had 2 long opportunities, white over green. We went full 5.10.15 on this swing. We got the retracement back down, broke the low, made a slightly new low right at the end of the window again. Look back at the end of these windows and see the good opportunities we have. And then we go 5.10.15 for all 3 there. Now, we get good trades in the last 2 windows of the day. These are not marked because these are scalp setups, but you could have easily taken this short and this long and made good profits on those swings. But those would be considered scalps, where these 4 would be considered prime because it's new high, then new high, then new low, and then a lower new low. So that's how we look at that. So you can see the potential in this method. There is going to be the full year track record posted on the Cosmo Economics site, and posted there now. You can look at, I posted 3 months for 2023, but decided to do the full year for 2024 because people wanted to see a longer history. Anyhow, timing windows, exceptional. When you learn to use them properly, it's a very, very good trading system.